Hi everyone. Today I'm going to take about age changes in dental hard tissues. First of all, what is meant by aging? The definition of aging is it refers to irreversible and inevitable change that occurs with time. It is also defined as sum of all morphological and functional alteration in an organism that leads to functional impairment. Next, we move on to the biological aging process. It is divided into universal, progressive, and deleterious. What is mean by universal? Universal means it detectable in all members of the species. Progressive means develop gradually and irreversibly. Deleterious means harmful to the survival of individual. What are all the changes occurs in the oral tissues due to age? First of all, in dental hard tissues, there are four types of dental hard tissues in the oral cavity. That is, first one is the enamel, dentin, alveolar bone, and cementum. In enamel changes, there is enamel means it is the outermost layer of the tooth. The secondmost layer is dentin, and the thirdmost layer is innermost layer is pulp. In enamel, the changes is attrition, change in permeability, discoloration, and chemical and surface changes. What is mean by attrition? Attrition means it's a physiological wear of occlusal or incisal and proximal surfaces of teeth, resulting in a decrease in vertical dimension. In severe form of attrition, dentin may be exposed, that is, the second layer may be exposed. In this picture, the incisal portion of the lower anterior teeth is gone because of attrition. In the second picture, it depicts the incisal edge attrition as well as the cervical portion also. The cervical portion of the two teeth, it's attrited because of this abrasion. This is for attrition, this is for abrasion. In the third and fourth picture, it depicts the severe form of attrition. That is the innermost layer, that is pulpal layer is exposed. In this fourth picture, the second layer, that is dental layer is exposed. Next, we move on to the change in permeability. Young enamel, it acts as a semi-permeable membrane and permits slow passage of water and molecular substances through the pores between the crystals. With age, the enamel crystals grow in size and the pores between them is obliterated, resulting in reduced permeability of the enamel. Next, the discoloration. Normally, the teeth is white to yellowish white with age darkening seen, thought to be because of loss of enamel rods. This loss alters the reflection of enamel and results tooth color change. Next point is the deepening of dentin color seen through progressively thinning layer of enamel. Next, the chemical and surface changes. It increases fluoride and nitrogen content. Water and organic content decrease with age. Reduction in organic content reduces chance of caries and teeth with age. Last one is the loss of pericamita. Next, the second layer, that is dentinal layer. The main changes in dentin associated with aging are increasing in sclerotic dentin, increasing in the number of dead tracts, increasing in formation of reparative and reactive dentin, vitality of dentin. The next slide is the dead tracts. In normal dentin, the odontoblastic processes may disintegrate and the empty tubules get filled with air. These are called the dead tracts. They appear black in transmitted light and white in the reflected light. In narrow pulp horns, degeneration of odontoblasts is seen due to crowding of odontoblasts, thought to be the initial step in the formation of sclerotic dentin. These detracts are the initial step in the formation of sclerotic dentin. In this picture, this is the detracts. It is black in transmitted light and white in reflected light. Next, the sclerotic dentin and the transparent dentin. It refers to the dentinal tubules that have become occluded with calcified materials. It may be a result of the aging process and called physiological dentinal sclerosis, or may be occur due to some irritation like caries, attrition, abrasion, and called reactive dental sclerosis. When this occurs in several tubules in the same area, the dentin assumes a glassy appearance and become transparent. This is the sclerotic dentin. It is the most common in apical third of the root. It appears transparent or light in transmitted light and dark in reflected light. Then we move on to the reparative or reactive dentin. If the provoking stimulus caused destruction of the original odontoblast, the new, less tubular dentin formed by newly differentiated odontoblast-like cells is called reparative dentin. However, if the odontoblasts survive the provoking stimuli, the dentin produced by them is called reactionary dentin. That is, previous one is the reparative dentin. This picture shows the reparative dentin. The another one is it shows the reactive dentin. Then we move on to the vitality of the dentin. Since the odontoblasts do not degenerate normally, dentin is laid down throughout our life. Although after the teeth have erupted and become functional, dentinogenesis slows and further dentin formation is at much slower rate. Coming to the third layer, that is cementum. Cementum means it's hypercementosis, cementicles, change in permeability, cementum reabsorption and repair. These are all the changes occurs in cementum due to age. First one is this hypercementosis. It is an abnormal thickening of the cementum. Cementum, it presents in the root portion of the tooth. It not invisible, may be generalized or localized, diffused or limited. Hypercementosis is termed cementum hypertrophy if the overgrowth improves the functional qualities of the cementum, and is termed cementum hyperplasia if it is not correlated with increased function. Then the cementicles. These cementicles are ovoid or round calcified structure that are formed as a result of calcification of the degenerated periodontal tissue or the epithelial rest of molluses. Cementicles may be free in the periodontal ligament, attached to the cementum, and embedded in the cementum. These are all the sessile cementicle. These are all the free cementicle in the periodontal ligament. Third one is the permeability. The permeability of cementum decreases gradually by age. The permeability from the periodontal side is lost except in the most recently formed layer of cementum, while that from the dentin side remains only in the apical region. Cementum resorption and repair. Cementum resorption can occur after trauma or excessive occlusal forces. After resorption ceases, the damage is usually repaired. If the repair establishes the former outline of the root surface, it is called anatomic repair. However, if only a thin layer of cementum is deposited and the root line is not constructed, it is functional repair. There are two types of repair in the cementum, that is anatomic and functional. The last one is the alveolar bone. In the alveolar bone, the bone resorption is a major change in alveolar bone. The common site of resorption is labial aspect of the alveolar bone. This is the labial aspect of the alveolar bone. This is the occlusal aspect of the alveolar bone. The labial aspect is the most common site of resorption. Next one is the bone resorption is decrease in height and width of the jaw. Next one is the distance between the crest of the alveolar bone and the cemento-enamel junction is increased. The alveolar sockets appear jagged and uneven. The final slide is the other changes occurs due to age. The marrow space have fatty infiltration. Loss of maxillary bone is accompanied by increase in size of maxillary sinus. The internal trabecular arrangement is more open, which indicate bone loss. These are all my references. Thank you.